All right, this is going to be a lesson on Straight Note Chaser by Thelonious Monk. So we're going to have a guitar version going on here. We're going to have... Okay, so first, before we get into all that, let's get into the basic chord progression. We have a B flat 7 here, so that's 6, 8, 6, 7, 6, 6. So we got one measure of that. We're going to go to the 4 chord, which is the E flat 7. So that's going to be 5th string. We got a 6, 5, 6, and 4. So we got 1 chord, 4 chord, 1 chord twice, 4 chord twice, then we have the 1 chord once, and then we're going to go. Okay, so that'd be the whole progression. So once again, we got 1, 4, 1 twice, we got the 4 twice, the 1 once, and then D minor 7 to G7. So that's starting on the 5th string here, D minor 7. We got 5, 7, 5, 6, 5. To G7, big string, we got 3, 5, 3, 4, 3, 3. And then we're gonna do a whole measure on the C minor 7. So that's C here on the 5th string, we got 3, 5, 3, 4, 3. And then we got the F7, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1. Back to your 1 chord for 2 bars, and that's your full like 12 bar sequence. So once again, we got 1 chord, 4 chord, 1 chord twice, 4 chord twice, 1 chord once, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And then we'd start over. There goes the changes. There's another place to do an F7. Okay, so we got the chords down now, so let's look at the melody. Okay, so that's our first thing. So we have 8 and 8. We have 5th string and 4th string. I'm using my pinky there. 8, 8, 5, 6, 7 on the G. So we got. Now the second one goes. So it goes 5, 6, 7, 8, back to the 6. So we got. So we do 2 of those in a row. And it's followed by that one. So if you notice, that note there is when the 4 chord hits. That's a note that's in there, whereas this one is when the 1 chord hits. So whenever you see it goes to that lower note there, that's when that 4 chord is hitting because it's in that chord. So it's a chord tone at that time. So once again, from the top of the melody, we got. And then we're going to have one of those again, and then we have. So 2 of those, and then we're going to go all the way to the 8. That's 7, 8, 9, 10 to the 6 over here. So we got. Now we go to the higher one, and then the lower one. Now after that 6, we're going to go 7, 8, 9, and then 6, 7, 8. Follow it up with that. So once again, going into the high note. So that ends up going da 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 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, and then the 8, 8. So those last notes again. So one more time through the whole thing, nice and slow. Highest note. Okay, once more on that highest note to the lower notes. Okay, so real genius chromatics weaving into the melody of that kind of a blues thing. Now let's look at, so we could be playing like B flat minor pentatonic up in here, but if you want to be closer to this actual chord, it's a 7 chord, right? So we want to know our B flat 7 arpeggio, because that's how you can isolate the actual notes that are in that chord. And in jazz type things, when these chords are moving quick, you got to be able to see the shape of the new chord. So for instance, like the 4 chord, this E flat 7, this is the arpeggio for that one. Whereas this was the arpeggio for the B flat 7. So very important to know those arpeggios. B flat 7 and E flat 7. And it's important to know where the 3s are in that. Like say just knowing where this 3 is, I can get that sliding from a minor 3 into a major 3 kind of effect. Right there, it happens again. You can do it over here, or you can do it over here. Okay, so that's adding just a little bit of a pentatonic note in there every now and again. That little note there kind of works well with these. Okay, we got our, so the 3 in that one. So it's good to know where those are. Okay, so that's our 2 main chords for this tune, and that's the arpeggios that go with them. Now we're gonna move into, after we get into back into this one, we do that one once, after we've done our 4 chords and stuff, and then we get into the D minor 7 to G7. So we need to look at the arpeggios for those too. So D minor 7 would be like this 5 on the D, 5, 8, and then 7, and then 5, 7, 6, 5, 8. Okay, and the G7 is like the B flat was, same shape. I'd be adding those couple notes in there. And then we have C minor 7. Same shape as the D minor 7 was. Okay, and then we have the F. Now we can do the F up here. You could also look at it down here. Got an open A there. Okay, so that's your F7. So once again, we got B flat 7. We got the E flat 7. We're gonna have the D minor 7. The G7. C minor 7. F7. And we're back to our B flat. Okay, so I'm going to give you, let's do the progression one time. And then I'm going to kind of jam through the progression with the solo to kind of show you how I can follow those chords around with the arpeggios. So we'll do the chord progression once, 2, 3, 4. Two B7s and flat 7s at the end. Okay, so I tried to follow all those arpeggios. Here's the B flat 7. There I switched to that E flat one, right? Back to the B, B flat. So we had 2 times there, and then we can come into this arpeggio. So we had 2 bars there, and then we're back to B flat. But when we get back to this B flat, so we got to get into that D minor 7 real quick. This was a little piece of the, like a G triad there you can get into. That'd be kind of up to the 7. So we got the back to the B flat. Right, so I just found some notes from the D minor. Could have done something like that for the G7 arpeggio. And then we got the C minor. Go to the F7, and we're back to B flat. And that was just a B flat major pentatonic scale. Okay, so once again, 2, 3, and. You guys try it. One more time. Here goes the top again. Last time through. Alright, so the So What video seemed to do pretty good. So that's why I did this one. I'll keep some of the jazz stuff coming and show you how to sort of solo over those progressions and things. Talk about arpeggios and stuff. So there will be more of that kind of stuff coming up soon. Let me know what other requests you have, and thanks a lot for watching. See you soon.